Welcome back to Satisfactory, folks. If you're watching this VOD later, my name is Joel Duggan, and we are on Update 6 working on the giant Megatron factory. I added in another one of these potential exhaust ports in a slightly different position underneath this wing. We've got a lot of stuff going on, and we're going to pick up right where we left off. And the first thing I want to show folks is an idea that I had. So previously we were thinking about putting in scaffolding. Or the, what are they called? Frame foundations on the frame wall over there. You'll see we've got purple walls inside and the frame wall on the outside. And I like it, but it's a little bit busy. So then I thought, well, what if we did pillars instead? And so it's a little bit chunkier. Still has the purple inside. And I think I like the metal ones over the concrete ones. So yeah, we might see if we like those. But we have a lot of these to build. And as per usual, we are going to be ducking inside and working on the water extractors while it's dark out. And then coming back outside and working in the daylight on this stuff here. So yeah, lots to do. I'd like to finalize the designs of these if I can at some point. We're probably going to have to work on this as well. So there's lots to do. Do I have enough concrete in my inventory? I do not. Glad I checked. We do have enough copper and enough plastics. That's good. Yes to the metal ones. You like that? Do you like that? You like that better than the scaffolding? I think I like it better than the scaffolding as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll apply that to this one here on the right hand side. I also put in some hypertubes, so it's a lot easier to get in and get up to these. Stairs, Joel. Just try them just once. There are no stairs. No stairs. There's no such thing as stairs. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are pretty easy to do. I was using the double walls. I'm not sure which are better. We can try the other ones. There's more. The only thing about these I worry about lag. It's because you're putting so many components down. I don't know whether that affects things. And I do like the purple for the Decepticon feel. So what I did I put these guys in. We could also try, like I said, I was flipping back and forth between the concrete and the metal. Now the concrete on the other side was painted. And then the other thing I did was, on one side, I didn't leave them sharp like this. I brought in a low foundation. And yeah, I think I like the low foundation better. So one of the things we can do is we can paint these darker. We can even go as far as to go black. So I'm not sure which I like better now. There's no lights in there. And I don't know if I want to do full lights. If I do lights, I'm probably not going to have the walls at all. We would just do whatever the sign height would be. I think it's the square one. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know about having lights in there or not. But it's a cool look. It is a cool look. Hey Joel, hope you're having a great stream. Going to be lurking while listening in the background. Of course, that's great. Thank you very much. Glad you're here, last earwax. And yeah, it's been a good stream day so far. One, two, three, four. I'm just going to use the regular walls for now. So like I said, I am leaning on the metal pillars. I think they do look a little bit better. All of this just feels like it goes a little bit more in line with the Decepticon stuff that I was talking about earlier. And if I can find the screenshot. Yeah, so like you can sort of see the like ribbed patterns inside of things. I feel like one of these, I think I might have got the idea from this vertical kind of like pattern there. This has stuff like that kind of been going down the insides of things. I really like this one. I really like that one. So I kind of got the idea from this section here too. I mean, those are all a lot bigger. Yeah, I think it matches some of the patterns too. I'm a little concerned that my concrete is too light, but Megatron has got a light gray to him. Like he's got a very shiny light gray, so I'm trying to stick to my initial color selections and not make like a ton of work for myself. It's very weird to be hovering over like a long way down and hoping you're just not out of range of your power nodes here. You know, I think I've had enough of the stream beats. Let's switch to the in-game music for a bit. And I'm not even going to use the Ghetto Blaster. I think I'm going to try the just regular music. Let me know if that's too loud. All right. Oh, I forgot to paint them. Because they're so covered up, I don't think it matters whether we've used the full 4-meter walls or the 1-meter walls. This reminds me of a starship from Star Wars. I think it's one of the reasons I like it so much. Like, doesn't this feel like, I back up here. Doesn't this sort of feel like a Star Destroyer going by when I fly like this? It does to me. Oh no, we've lost power. It's the hard part here. Gonna be I guess we'd have to replace all this. And of course, as soon as I switch, it stops playing. I guess that's one thing about the Ghetto Blaster, the boombox rather, that I like. It is here. Alright, so that takes that into consideration. Now, I do think I like the other support better. This one. I'm just gonna pretend like you didn't look down. It is a little bit precarious. Kind of want to see some light in there. You have the purple color now. I want purple light or pink light. Yeah, I mean, there's lights over there. I just don't know how crazy I'm gonna get with stuff. I mean, you can see the purple there now, right? It's not completely undone. So I prefer that look. It's a lot simpler. It's less work too. So we'll switch to the jetpack. And we'll have to take a look to see how that's done. So now the middle chute has a purpose. You just choose left or right when you get to the bottom. All right, so it's attached right there. We're gonna make it 3 wide though. And then there's 2 4-meter foundations, and then the next one, and there's a 1 gap there. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be pretty easy to mimic. Oh, those are on centers. Maybe we don't have to make it 3. Maybe we can make it 2 wide. I wonder if 2 wide is going to be wide enough. And that goes up into the corner like that. Every once in a while, when you take a step back, I'm just blown away by the scale. Thanks. Yeah, it's big. It's a big project. I guess that's wide enough. And we'll grab the upside down. Stuff like that. Oh, that was too thick as well. No, no. Power? I dislike having to string power everywhere. I find that really a pain in the butt. There are some snapping things they really need to fix. Stuff that just doesn't make any sense. And how did I finish that? It goes too deep, and that goes right up against the wall. Oh, we haven't brought the wall down. Yeah, I think that you can't really fall with the hover pack. It's an inconvenience. You'll sink as far as it goes with no power, but it's not going to drop you at like speed when you, in the same way it does when you jump off of something and just fall. It's actually a slightly different thing. It allows you to kind of like, in the same way you can tap the jetpack and have a soft landing, you can tap the hover pack and still have a soft landing as well. So there's a space of 1. Ah, so this is going to be a little bit trickier. We'll have to do something up here. Because rather than making it 3 wide on a center, I'm making it 2 wide. So here... So somewhere that's going to attach. Be there. Right? Yep. I guess at some point we can just make it a solid, right? Oh no, wait, I wanted that to be an upside down ramp. Oh, it can't do that. I remember that from building Devastator, that it won't let you do that, which is annoying. That should be everything. Oh no, there's still one more gap. The hoops you gotta jump through to place all the blocks you want to place. And then this will just go across here. Oh no, that's not the right. I need that. Why is that there? Right. Disappointing for you that I'm not falling to my death. It creates content. Falling to my death creates content. Right, so we brought this cylinder thing down a lot farther on this side, didn't we? Or we planned to. I wasn't planning on having this cylinder to be such a huge part of the build. Like, I feel like when you start to back up, this giant cylinder feels really boring. So I need to do more to it. We also need to change the texture of it. Something I was thinking about actually the other day, I don't know if you folks realize this, but I was talking about how you can get, with half foundations, you can get different textures, right? So like if you change this to polished and you paint it a color, right? Then you'll get a different pattern. Like you'll have a light middle and a dark edge with like the creases, but then on this side you've got like a much smoother surface and it's darker. Well, if you change that to asphalt, you get the concrete on this side, but then the asphalt texture, which is usually only a flat top or bottom, you can have a side asphalt texture. So if you wanted to make a black asphalt building, you totally could. So they did more than just give us half foundations. They gave us textures that you normally only get on the floors, and they gave it to you in walls. Same thing with the concrete. So if I do this, so that's the fix-it foundation. But now look, it's got that. So if you color that, then you have that texture vertically, which we never had before. And it's the same with concrete as well. So previously you couldn't get this pattern that you see there. You couldn't get that on the side, but now you can. And I like that better, I think, than the concrete wall. In some cases. They're both good, but I mean the difference of course that when you color concrete, it's not like a pure color, but then you've got like these dark edges too, so like you could use that to your advantage in your designs. Yeah, I only just discovered that because I was messing around with this guy over here. No, it's the one above it. Somewhere. I was messing around with one of them. I thought I had made one of them asphalt. Maybe I didn't. I was trying to make it black and see what it looked like black. Oh, here it is here. So rather than all shiny reflective stuff, I made it black in the middle. And then I realized that when I made it black in the middle, the black wraps around. So that might be one way to go about that too. I do sort of like them as one big single colored chunk. Like there's something about that I like. But well, it looks like the sun is going down, which means that we no longer can see what we're doing out here, but that means we can switch inside and go mess around with the water extractor floor. And Sandy, you were asking, what does it look like when it's all black? That's what the walkway looks like, all black. And the more I look at this, the more I'm frustrated with seeing these pipes. I kind of wish I had brought things out a little bit farther. So we might try to mess with that, actually. The other thing I was doing, I've got a couple different patterns to the roofs here. So there's an arch that connects in there. What I don't like about that is that it's light colored, and you can't change that. There's a pointy version, also has a light color. Lower arch, I do like the lights. And then just a straight square. All of them have a light color on the top of them. As far as I can tell, you can't get that on the bottom. So I'm not sure which. I like the lights though. I like this. So we're probably going to keep that. But I don't know whether to just have them go straight up into the roof and not have any kind of taper. I do kind of like that. I could also just throw up like a different foundation altogether. Like that alone is a decent piece of detail, right? This might be one of my favorite tapes. Because that's not bad either. I wonder if combining the arch, because I could make this even lower. And then I could remove this part. a raid. Who's coming in with the raid? The name is Boony Bun. Raided with a party of 20. Thanks so much, Boony Bun. Lexicon, Bun Raid. Welcome in, folks. Those are some serious emotes. Boony Bun, thank you so much for sharing your viewers. Folks, if you're new, my name is Joel Duggan, and we're playing Satisfactory today. We're working on a 400 fuel gen diluted fuel power plant based on Megatron, the evil Decepticon leader of the Transformers. And we're working with some also Cybertronian concept art and stuff from the different video games. And right now we're in the water extractor bay. I'm not sure what you want to call it. And we're moving some blocks around to see if we can't get a decent arch design. Boony Bun, what were you up to on your stream today? And folks, we are trying to grow the channel, so if you wouldn't mind popping over and watching on twitch.tv/JoelDuggan, that would be fantastic. Why won't this snap the way that I want it to? So we're trying to get just a little bit of detail into the top of these pillars. I don't mind that, actually. That's not bad. Again, I'm not a fan of the having that white color in there, the lighter color. We could turn these around, but I really like how big and dark blue they are. Playing AI the Sominum Files. Really great game that I was finally able to get my hands on too. Oh, very cool. Cosmic Dancer says, okay, time for me to tap out. This is the evening. Got some stuff to do. Oh, thanks so much, Cosmic. Really appreciate you being here. Thanks for hanging out during the Minecraft stream, and have a fantastic night. Well, Booty Bun, thanks very much for sharing your viewers. Folks, I do streaming and podcasting as my full-time job. If you are a fan of Minecraft, you can check out the Spawn Chunks podcast. And if you're a fan of sci-fi and fantasy entertainment, you can check out the Citadel Cafe podcast. Both of those are free. And you could find links there and there. There just needs to be something there in terms of like the curve. Like I need some sort of other... Where's a good interior shot? Yeah, there always seems to be some sort of angle up against the roof. I don't mind the big block of this stuff. We can maybe change this to a 2 meter. That could work too. It's simple. I kind of like that, actually. I think I like that. It's a lot easier to do, too. And there. So I have been struggling with trying to get enough detail in these builds that they look like they're not just walls, that they're like digital or industrial. There's some sort of function to the wall more than just what's going on. And that's why I've been playing around with putting different, like there's little walls in the side there. The only problem is that they don't render from both sides. Sometimes, like, you can... Sometimes you see them and sometimes you don't. That's cool, though. It's a nice echo of what we've got going on over there, too. The vertical lines. I think I like the splitter, mainly because they've got a light on them. But I can't think of any other machine that would go there that would look good. I mean, a merger might, like, you could split, you could change the different type of things, because mergers, maybe that is a merger. Yeah, it is a merger. Splitters are very light colored. Smart splitter, programmable splitter has, like, it's really hard to make though. And these don't have a lot of color on them. So it'd be a big silver thing up there. Yeah, they look different, but I kind of like the color on them. I don't think I like the pump, and I feel like 2 is a little bit distracting. So I feel like there's a nice kind of echo going on there. But I'm glad we figured this out. The only problem with this is that this is tedious. You can't place wall signs on foundations. I was watching a Stin Archie video and could not agree with him more about how frustrated he was that you couldn't, because the only way to place these is to like place and place and place again, and you get them to where you want them. You can delete all those and delete all these. Do we want them that low, I wonder? I don't know. I think I like it on the bottom. You can't zoop signs either. Still need to place a beam for each position. Might be as fast as just stacking the sign. Yeah, I guess I could place a beam, but then remove the beam. So how would that work? Do you just... So here's how I got that started, right? So if you do a wall and then a sign, the problem is that the sign is on the wall, and then when you remove the wall, the sign is not touching the foundation. But if you put the sign on bottom here and you get it up to there, then it is attached to the foundation. And then if you did a beam, I think the beam would still be, like, I'd have to delete all the stuff that I've got here. The beam is going to be farther out from the wall, right? I could try to put a beam inside the wall, but then for that, I have to delete one of the foundations, maybe? No, it doesn't work either. Yeah, I like them all the way down, I think. Cool. Well, we've got some work to do. After the autosave. And my coffee has been steeping for almost... We'll just say it's been a long time. I get so distracted by this game. However, it is time for my first break. So, if you are new to the channel, I step away for 5 or 6 minutes once an hour. It is time for that now. So I will see y'all in about 5 or 6 minutes. But don't worry, you don't miss anything. I just throw everybody on the break train. You go for a little ride. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. Unfortunately, the boombox is a lot quieter on the train. Alright, so one of the things I wanted to check coming from this angle was if that support that we put in on this front right wing, if it looked sturdy enough. And I think at 2 wide it does look sturdy enough. I think 3 wide might be a bit too much. I think that's good. I tried a different shape for the exhaust port thing on the middle one. I'm anxious to start moving the train tracks and start to make things look a little bit more permanent around here too. And something else we can do if I want to take a break from the big factory is that we've got these little things in the distance. And I thought it would be cool to redesign those. And one of the things I thought we could do would be something similar to... Do I see it anywhere? I don't know. I feel like a spike. So, like this thing right there in the middle, it sort of has like a little bit of a curve to it, like a little angle to it. And I thought it'd be kind of neat if we could design some sort of like harvesting node. Just a small little design. Even if it was something like this that kind of stuck out of the ground. And we could just do 4 of them. And then place them 1, 2, and then 3, 4. And then we'll have all the pipes come in together. And rather than coming down here, I'm going to have the pipes connect over to underneath that bridge. That lines up perfectly with the water facility over there. And then this could be like all the pipes. You can see them in the distance, the red pipes underneath the bridge. We could run them the whole way underneath the bridge, which could be really cool. So yeah, I'm not thrilled about how far this cylinder thing has to come down. And how did I connect this part over here? So it just went straight down. So it comes over 2 and then goes straight down. And I think we can probably make this feel a little bit sturdier too. Thanks, SweetSandi. Appreciate that. So I think what we could do there is maybe even swap that out for a thinner piece. So we could have this come down to there. And then we could even remove this part. And swap that out for a half foundation. So from the side, it'll have like this little hole in it, which may or may not be what we want. But the whole thing attaches to this, and I was trying to decide, like, what's the best way to try and incorporate this. And there's an angle here that I like, and I'm kind of wondering if we come in here and just temporarily delete those, continue this along. And basically have this stop here. And kind of go in at that level. So then we would switch to, hopefully this will work. We wouldn't have to do very many of them. Because eventually we'll have to contest with this part here. Yeah, so it'd only be 2, right? And then this would be here. This would continue to there. And that's how I would end the cylinder, but I don't know. And then we would just fill this in. So really this doesn't have to be angled at all. We could just have that be square. Keep it simple. But that might give us some more room inside to do something too. So it would look like that. How many tracks are there? 2, 3, 4, 5. Aw. We may even want to remove this and go straight up here. Yeah. Now I don't know what other details we can put on this. I don't know. This might be better off farther forward. I just sort of liked the flat part here. So I don't know, maybe we don't need this little bit here. Unless you want to give the angled ones to have a different color on them. Yeah, we could change that too. So I had this. Maybe we don't need this at all, right? I find that that negative space wasn't lining up with this, but these all line up pretty well. I could even go so far as to go up one higher. so that the edges of all these line up. And yeah, like we could change the texture of that one if we wanted to. I'd be more inclined to maybe change it to something like that. I don't know whether black is the right color. The outside of these Cybertron buildings, they all seem to be the same sort of gray. But Megatron does have a fair amount of black in him. If you look at he's got his blaster is black. All that kind of stuff. I like that. I like that little corner. I have no idea what we're going to make this texture. But like here, we've got the exact same thing that we have to do coming down from this thing, right? So like this is that made correctly? It's not finished. 4 meters, we need another 2 meter. Which it won't let me snap anything to. Drill main rows, yep, update 6. Half foundations, lots of new ammo. We've got the boombox. How many tracks are in this one? Huh. Let's try... This one only has like three tracks, but they're good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the one that has like the whiplash sound effect. And then we had this attaching to the top two. We need 2 more. I think it was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm noticing a lot of like patterns of 4. And we could add stuff to this too, in the same way that we added stuff to the stuff in the walls in the water facility. And then it's 2 coming in from there. So I was concerned that this was going to be very blank, so I think I'm gonna keep these pillars on the side. We're gonna try to do something else with those too. This one in the middle can go though. Does anybody know of any royalty-free music similar to this. I've tried stream beats and there's nothing quite this upbeat, unless I could try the trance playlist maybe from stream beats. It does look different. There's a lot of new parts. I started designing this with update 5 and 6 in mind. So I was holding off, waiting for like half foundations and all kinds of special stuff. And then it was 2 back, we had one of those. Is that right? Yeah. I really feel like this could just be a straight block, couldn't it? Now, why is that a little triangle? Oh, because I made that smaller. Do we like it better as a triangle? Or do we like it better with like a little clip on it? I think I like it better like that, with a little clip on it. Trapezoids feel more outer-worldly. Feelings of 80s a bit? Oh yeah, for sure. There's definitely a little bit of 80s going on. Well, that's the one that I tried the asphalt on. What's going on there? There we go. It's crazy how the reflection from the water comes up, huh? It's cool. So that's going to go in there. Now, up here somewhere... Yeah, there it is there. So I had this idea of, in addition to this stuff in the middle, like once we get up into these other parts, the support changes, and we don't have room for these big triangle bits. And so I thought we could use the doors. So here I thought we could do something similar and have, maybe just have this, instead of being off of the roof, maybe what we could do is bring it off of this. I have something like that. That feels really thin though, so we might have to put something on top of this here. And that doesn't look all that good there, does it? Maybe we just do to there. Not the best. Then it sort of mimics that angle there. That might work. Starts to feel kind of complicated, right? We've also got the top of this thing to consider, and I can't have that kind of coming through like that, so we'll have to figure that out. I did kind of put a first crack at a roof over on this side, and I'd like to try to do something like that over here too. Oh, lost the juice. I think all I did over there was just had like a half foundation. It was sort of successful. So I liked it, I just thought that the vents were too far back. Like I feel like this needed to move up. So, what is this? 2 meter foundation and yeah, it's just a couple of 2 meter breaks. And I got this idea from, I think it was this image. Yeah, like right here. It's got like this cool, almost looks like a caterpillar. Like it's got this bottom part and there's like layers with what could be like, I was going to leave them open air for like ventilation or something. Because like these are blender floors that are making diluted fuel. Like it's gotta be rank in there, right? So having some ventilation or the appearance of ventilation would probably be pretty good. Now, is this the actual ceiling? To go double check. Oh, this one is not decorated, right. The one below is. So there's an extra layer between the ceiling and the outside. Is there an extra layer in there, though? Oh, that's a full foundation. And then in here, that's a full 4 meter too. What does that even go to? Okay, so that does go to the next floor. Yeah, so we'd have to build it on top of the existing roof. I could reduce that gap and make it smaller. It does look cool though. What a PvP in a place like that? Hunting each other in the maze of industry? That would be kind of fun. I haven't played any first-person competitive shooters in a long time. I would probably have my butt handed to me. I was joking around yesterday about trying Valorant and doing a silly stream of like watch me get my butt handed to me in Valorant. Or get a bunch of kids angry at me for not playing the right way. So I think that's how I set it up the first time. And then from here, I would want a bunch of vents in the series. The first one could be bigger. The first one doesn't have to be this small. Maybe 3 is too many. Maybe I just do 2. As long as it ends us on a decent height, that's easy to work with. Oh yeah, the constructive criticism in online competitive games. Not sure if I'm really up for that. So, do have a bunch of intersecting issues here. That has 1. So we're 1 foundation above normal. So if we did 3, that would get us back to the right height. And then what did I do over here? I just raised it up by a block. So we can do another one, same idea. Except we'd want to come up by more. If I wanted it to be a bigger vent. More obvious. How's that not working? Yeah, I think I like that. The kind of a cascading look. And then we could have maybe one more layer at the back. Just to kind of have something for this to be mounted on. Because I think this comes in at the right... Oh, no, of course it doesn't. That would have been too easy. Darn it. I must have missed something somewhere in the... I'm off by a meter. And there's a meter here. So I've gone up a meter, and then 4, and then 3, and then another 3. Right. Okay, so if I go up another... So if I make up the other meter here... And then do 4 here. And that lines up with what I want. There. Yeah, okay. That's a little bit big. But again, like, I've got to remember that this stuff all has to be very visible from a distance. You could do it with half foundations too. I'm not sure what you mean, but I'm mostly worried about the height changes. I think that's pretty good. Would give it more room for more vents if it wasn't 4 meters deep. Yeah, again, I'm still not sure what you're talking about. I do like that better. It's just that it's too. It ends too close to this. I think I do prefer the repetition of smaller vents. Yeah, so I'll go straight from a 2 meter here. So that's still too high. So then we'll go one more. I was using 4 meters before. So this on this last one, I could make the last one a little bit bigger, maybe. Stagger faster if the... Oh, yeah. Okay. I follow. I see what you mean. Yeah. There's no half-meter ramps. Right? There's no... I can't do a half-meter ramp. I could do a half-meter square, but not a half-meter ramp. I'd have to overlap them, which I could do. Like, I'd have to... It's not impossible. I could do... I see what you mean now. Yeah, I could do this, and then I could attach this to that. Except for that one in the middle, but you get the idea. That's what you meant, right? Half meters like that. And that would work because then this is thicker than that, and then this would be higher up so that there wouldn't be any clipping. Yeah. Sorry, Sandy. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Because you're right, it would be a little bit closer to the concept art too. Let's try that. Because we can at least sort, because we're looking down at stuff, we can at least see what we're doing. And then that's a half foundation. So the next one would be here. That's going to be easy. We just have to get the height right. And that should line up with that. Beautiful. So I tend to plan these things out in cross sections like this. And then that way when I come back to do the full thing, you kind of know what's up. There is indeed a piano track on the soundtrack for Satisfactory. Here's the good old... It's the boombox floating next to me in the hypertube. I can sort of see it. It's not nearly as dramatic as I was hoping it was going to be. Some of it's going to have to do with us changing what's going on, but right now we need to go, I think, back down to the water. The night shift. Yeah, I don't know about being visible from the ground, but it'll probably be visible from the train. Alright, so what do? We like the signs, so we're keeping those. think it's probably better to go across this way. Yeah, definitely faster to go that way. Yeah, it's not about the right height. I can spot the right height. It's how many times you have to place a sign, and I think it's less. I think less repetitive. Unless I can do one of the billboards. That's big. I don't know. It's probably just as easy to stick with small signs. Do and do. Oh yeah, it looks cool. It's a little distracting. Not bad. We'll have to do both sides. Feels very Cybertron, that's for sure. It'll be better when the red sunrise doesn't come in. It doesn't come in the building when I get the walls up. Alright. So we can also take a crack at this. I've been wanting to try and figure out a way to have this done where we hide that. So I'm curious if I did like a full block here. That wouldn't hide it. Unless I moved it. So we could try moving this, and instead of being all on this side, we could move it all to here. And that should be... oh, it's almost hidden. That's annoying. Then what does the pipe look like coming out of the side of that? Any good? Nope, not there. Not quite what I want. Do that, then we can put it straight through the middle. I just sort of like the idea of hiding these ugly four-way splitters. At first I wanted to see them all, but now I don't. Can you hide them with a beam? Oh, you mean a pillar? It would be tricky, but yes. But then, how would that look? Like in this situation, I don't think adding a big metal pillar here would do much. And you can't make these like the nice shiny metallic or the plasticky concrete, the coated concrete. That seems to be a slightly better, cleaner look. And I do like them better running down the middle. I think that's a better look too. I guess technically we'd have to hook everything up first. So if I just do a couple of these in a row, I'm sure it'll probably come out nicely. So that goes to there. This goes on the end of the full foundation. And we could still do the thing here where there's water exposed, although over here the idea was like the pipe was on this, and so we exposed the water on the side. And if we do the pipe down the middle like this, maybe we could just expose like water there in general. But I sort of feel like this needs another half foundation here. I think that still sort of works. It's not, it doesn't look as intentional as it did before though. I do enjoy this like back and forth pass that we have. At the 2-hour mark, time for another break, says Sandy. Thank you. Thank you very much. You get caught up in design and you're not paying attention. And it's good to take breaks when you're long days at the computer. I mean, long days of fun at the computer, but still, you'll feel it. You'll feel it after if you don't give yourself enough stretch and water and all that kind of good stuff. So I like that better, I think. This now feels very plain, right? Whereas here, because of the pipe coming out of it, it felt like it had something. I wonder if I could add like a pipe in there. That would be interesting. Morgantic, hello. Yeah, I like the, you mean you like the plain side here? And it's not to say that we can't just bump this over. Like it could still go through this small part here. It doesn't have to go through the middle. It could go over here. We could do it could still go through there. It leaves a lot of empty space. But then maybe in here we could do something like a 1 meter then a 2 meter. No, sorry, not there. I'm sure you probably know where I'm going with this. I mean, I'm making a lot of work for myself, but Yeah, see, then that doesn't feel like it's in the right spot either, does it? We could move it over by one tick. I don't mind that. I need to make sure I leave this hooked up, otherwise some stuff is going to fail. And I also have to make good on that break. Thanks for the reminder, Sandy. Spoop. Alright, folks, if you're new to the channel, I take a break once an hour. Gives me a chance to reheat my coffee, grab a drink, refresh my water. You should too. Maybe even grab a friend. We're always trying to grow the channel. We'll be back in 5 or 6 minutes. I get to go back during the broad daylight and actually see what's going on. I keep on having to mentally prepare myself to have a lower train track through here. I don't think it's going to be this high. Morgantic, how's it going? Doing well so far. Doing well. Yeah, those lights really make a difference, don't they? Thank you, Sandy. Appreciate that. I don't know whether the lights would make much of a difference up there, but they certainly do over there. You don't know if you can see this here either. Try to make a different shape for that exhaust port idea. You can't really see it. So I tried to use some of the triangle shapes to create a different kind of like spiky looking thing, but I don't really like it. And it would be difficult to put the lights in there and have them look good. But that shape seems a lot more clear. Alright, so what are we on to next? What I really want to do is hook up another one of these floors. These are not actually receiving any fuel, I don't think. I think fuel is hooked up here. Like it's flowing. Yeah, it's full, it's just not being consumed. So, one of the things I wanted to look at was we have all of these basically all back to back to back to back. And it did work out very nicely on the end. I was wondering if I might be able to space them out a little bit more, but yeah, I kind of wanted to do something different with them and hide some of them. But because of the way they're spaced out and because of this pattern we have on the side here, I was wondering if I could maybe like smoosh them together somehow. So like we've got two here, and that very conveniently ends here. And then there's another two, but they're off center. It's like I kind of want to put a space between them, but I don't know if that's worth it. They're probably better looking all packed together, huh? And I guess we could just do half. Well, we can't do half arcs, but we could do half. I just kind of wanted to cover them up somehow. So that going in between them, I mean, it works, but then what does it connect to on the other side? Right, I mean, that's fine. But then do we do that here again? I guess if they're all connected, then this makes this very easy. We just zoop this down. Why is it going up? Weird. Yeah, I think it would be very difficult to get it look good with spaces too, Sandy. I agree. And I guess it doesn't have to be that tall. There was a reason I chose that height. I guess it was because it was taller than the... Right. Does 2 meter hide it? 2 meter probably doesn't hide it. That's not terrible. Oh, maybe it covered the power pole? Well, we could still cover the power thing. Let's try a couple like that. This would also allow me to cover up the lights too, which I think I want to do. Oh, that starts to get kind of chunky though, doesn't it? So we definitely don't want it to be a full solid run. We want them to be kind of like spots of 2, which means we won't be covering the lights. So it'll be stuff like this. Oh, but then that doesn't work out evenly. That's because these things aren't 3 foundations wide specifically. Crap. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go bumps of 2 and then bumps of 1. I'd probably want to do 1 each, which means we'd have to start messing around with half foundations. So yeah, I don't know if it's really what we want to end up doing. So it would leave them exposed like that. That's not terrible. The light would be only a little bit visible. Let's try one more and see if 3 of them together look good or bad. I guess I could just leave that flat. Then these are definitely going to be going down through the floor. I think that's okay. I think it lines up. Oh yeah, I can't even see it. Don't think I'd want this up this high anymore. I think I like that better. So leave that flat, put that there. The end is going to be a whole different ballgame. I'm not sure how that's going to work at all. It does give us this nice flat end for us to put one of these small metal pillars on. And it's a nice simple 2-clip to there. And then if we decide we want to do this thing down the middle, I mean, it's that, or we just don't even have these. We could just have this completely bisect it like that. It's pretty slick. Kind of echoes what we've got going on downstairs with the water facility. Question is, does this look really dumb from over here? Yeah, there's a good look at that exhaust port that I thought was going to look cool, but it doesn't quite go with what I'm doing here. The small ones look okay. I think the little small bits would look okay. They're maybe a little bit too tall, so we can try some lower ones. Yeah, I'm trying to think about something that's trying to like keep it all together or something like that. So let's just go with, what if this was a 2 meter instead? Oh, we've got to get in the middle. Wait a minute now. We could go back a bit. That's too steep. This is too close. So if we did a half, maybe a half foundation. So I don't mind what it looks like on this side. This side is fine. Oh, that's still the same. I was working on the wrong one. This is the one. So it looks roughly the same from this side. But on the other side, it's a much shallower angle, and you get to see these details as well. No, it's still the same height. I was going to try to make it lower. I don't mind the tall ones if they're separate, like if they've got chunks out of them. It's going to be weird when we get down to that end, though. Yeah, this is going to have to not have anything. No, wait a minute. This is going to be... Yeah, that won't have anything. And this one will have one. I know I've said this before, but the difficult part in all of this is trying to establish the pattern. Also, that messes up my floor level too. Or does it? Just raises it up by a bit? Oh, that messes up the height of the door. Well, there could be a ramp here. This one would have one here. These would not have one. So we would skip them. And then this one would pick up. Surprised that this is also even. I was expecting it to be a lot different. That's annoying. Get rid of that one. We'll go with good zoop. Nice. Haven't seen that one in a while. So go with one here. These must be exactly 2.5 foundations wide. And that's why I can't just zoop and do the whole thing all at once. That goes to there. Remove that. So my main concern right now is how it looks from the other side. I think I can make the inside look good without too much issue. That all goes down there. This we would probably want... come all the way to there. What do we think? So there's the clean version with just lots of oil drums and stuff at the top. Or we get into this kind of a thing. It does look a little bit more functional. It certainly highlights the light, the indicator lights on them. This feels like it's in a funny place now. Like it feels like it needs to be one wider, but that's going to mess up all of that. Maybe we just don't put one there. Crazeneer, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. It looks busy? Yeah. Which one? This one? The left one? The left one looks busy? Yeah. I also realized we haven't gotten rid of all the garbage underneath here. I made a decision to get rid of this, I think. Oh, Kazneer, sorry. Yeah, well, I mean, the good news about liking that is that it's less work. It's a lot less work. Alright, but if we're not doing these little rampart things, then how are we going to decorate the inside? Because we're left with this. I guess we could just do these, right? Because if this doesn't have to be there, there's nothing to say, like, you can't even tell. That half foundation goes right through the middle, so you can't see it at all from the other side. So that could be the solution there, is just straight up go with foundations here as we thought we were going to. Right? That was always the plan from the beginning. So we know we can take those straight down. We could still have these, we just have to make them lower. Or do we? Wait a minute, hold on. Let's remove all of the outside, but leave the inside. So there's all those weird, well, not all of them. Get rid of these. I kind of like that. So if we brought this along, so we've not, I don't think we've done anything that's going to change the visuals from this side. Yeah, leave it and think about it. I agree. Cool. So you can't see it. So we can do stuff from the canisters in, and you're really not going to be able to tell. That's good. I like that. That keeps it looking nice and clean from the outside. So then it'll be a matter of future Joel deciding how to handle this, whether we like the 2 meter slope here, whether we like this to be a little bit larger here. Looking like this. And unfortunately, you won't be able to see. If I wanted to put signs along here that were like energy indicators, then you're not going to be able to see them, I don't think. I don't remember what it's called. None. Yes, you'll see it maybe. Nope. Curious to hear your vision for the design. So this is going to be a rather large power plant. So we got 400 fuel gens based on 18. There's 1,800 crude oil. We're turning that into 60,000 megawatts. There's 25 fuel gens per wing. There are 16 wings. We are currently trying to figure out a final design for the wings so that I don't have to constantly revise them. And so we're just kind of going back and forth between these two and deciding what looks good and what doesn't. And then we're using Megatron as kind of like shape, language, and colors for inspiration. We've got quite a few images of Megatron just kind of kicking around. And then there's also the concept art from the War for Cybertron series on Netflix and the War for Cybertron game from 2010. And some of this stuff is really cool. So I'm trying to like, maybe not so much that. That's a little bit busy. But I like stuff like this in the overall shape. Because we are doing Decepticon stuff. And I tend to design happy shapes and then realize, wait a minute, I want this to be kind of like Megatron evil sort of deal. So I do like this quite a lot here. Just in terms of like some of the overlapping shapes, some of the struts and things. So that's where we get the idea for things like the supports and whatnot. And then when it gets dark, we head down to the water bays because we can't see the underside of these when we're at nighttime. So then we come down here and we start to work on all this kind of stuff. And these apparently are not powered. I must have unhooked them by accident. And down here we're trying to decide between the pipes going through here or being exposed along the sides like that. So that's one. This is one design minus the asphalt floor. Oh, you can't see. Crap. Thank you. So yeah, we're trying to decide between this kind of a thing so trying to decide between that kind of a connection and these kind where you can see the connector, and I don't like them. Not for this particular like design, like transformer design. And these now just feel long. So like now when I think about doing this, I think about I should be like this should be closer to there. But I do not feel like moving the whole thing, you know what I mean? I mean, we could create more space. I could reverse this. And if we wanted to maintain the water, we could have this here. Or I guess this would just be a solid block. Is that too high? Yeah, that's too high. Crap. That's too bad. Those are all powered that way too. Whoops. Oh, that's why we didn't do it there, is because you couldn't. You would still see the pipes, but you'd see the connector. Out of curiosity, if I put the connector, can I spin it on an angle? Oh, we were close. We were close to hiding it. So this would have to be another tick to the right for that to work. Because this looks a lot nicer than that. So it's only twice as long. So if we move that again, that connection's still not a problem. Question is just, does this look kind of too much to one side, you know? It's okay. And then we had this going on. I think. Oh, only in front of the things. I think that's okay. The question is here, though, if we start to add in that water detail, does it still look all right? Where am I going here? Hotkey mayhem. Yeah, like, does it looks so much better going down the middle of that. That's the only thing. Well, I mean, I guess we could always just add extra junctions. Hide the connector and then do it this way. Again, extra work, but it looks good. I guess we could try to leave those if we wanted to. Or we could leave a pipe hole. Hidden, going through the center. Looks good. Might have solved it. Anybody else that plays this game get like hotkey overload or menu overload, menu key overload? Have a 2-meter foundation under and a 2-meter angled to get the slope different. No, that doesn't. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it changes this to a 2-meter. I think that's probably our better solution. Anyway, the last thing I wanted to do was actually hook up that floor that we were just working on. So I'll let that stew for a bit. It's easy enough to make changes, so I might do like, there's like 5 wings or 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 different wings of potential, so we could just make a commitment to 5 of them, design them all one way, and then see which ones we like later. What I wanted to do was make. I already have all these are already available for fuel. So I wanted to see what fuel, because I want to start hooking up other parts of the factories in the world, and we're really close to the edge of our power. So, and we've dropped a bit. So, probably because I've been messing with the water. So these are not on, and now that we've got a decent idea, I thought it would be fun to just kind of quickly connect these. And I want to look at the other. I'm pretty sure that our hookup has balanced out. I feel like this one doesn't have any lacking or lagging. Yeah, we're green across the board. And I feel like the difference here was that we had one of them was up high. So that's all flat. But then this side we went up a little bit. So they were always emptying into the thing. Unless this is the one where I removed the end. The end is red. So it looks like this might be the one where I just didn't use the 25th one. If this is hooked up, then I'm wrong and I'm not doing it right at all. Yeah, this isn't hooked up. Crap. So I don't know whether to do it slightly elevated like this. These are all running wonderfully because there's more than enough fuel. Because there's not that 25th one on the end. And I don't remember what I did up there. That one I think has like a split pipe. Gosh, this place still needs so much work. Yeah, this is the one where I split it down the middle. And it's not going well. But again, this could be the one that I just messed with the water for. So I guess we'll just hook it up like normal and see how it goes. Oh, autosave. I've started to have a slope down to do stuff that I want fluids. Before Xmas 2023. Yeah. Which one is it? This one? Yeah. Right, and this should all be... Timekeeper says stream is at 3 hours. Yes, thank you. I think we'll just kind of try to hook this up. Let's see if we can get it going. Not what I wanted. Also, mental note to change the default color. I hate it when that happens. So I don't think I did a very good job hooking up everything evenly, but... Oh, hey look, we need a floor. So yeah, Sandy, I think what I'll do is I'll just finish hooking this up. If there's anybody else playing Satisfactory that we can pass people along to when I'm done, that would be awesome. Barring that, we could always raid somebody that's playing Minecraft. We did play both today. So these things just don't have any kind of consistent... They're either one side or the other of the line. So really our best bet just is to go with, I guess, the max distance. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. Oh yeah, and then it gets really tricky through here too. This one we might have to play around with. This is the underside, the design of the edge of the platform. Well, we could try it. I might have to spin that around. Even if only some of them are working, I'd rather have the extra power. Now, will these ugly connectors snap where I want them to snap? Looks like yes. I also should have switched the flow thing. I'll leave that one going. Because once we establish the design and the connection pattern, then I can go ahead and just do a bare bones hookup of everything. And then while we're doing all the decorating, all the logistics and stuff can happen in the background. That would be excellent. Let's do these next. And it looks like they're just one in and right in the middle. Oh wait, no, that's different. Right. I probably don't want to worry about this too much right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and connect them temporarily this way. So you're going to be able to see the wire up top, but I'll fix that later. Oh, we run out of space. At least with these, the connector is right in the middle of the front of the machine, so you don't have to guess where it is. Meza, how's it going, my friend? Hope you're having a good weekend. Or had a good weekend, seeing as it's pretty much over now. We're trying to finish up some of these design ideas. Is going well? Question mark. And we're trying not to complain about the way that Satisfactory currently manages power. In terms of the wires everywhere. But you would never do that, so it's fine. Now we just have to hook up the side. Like a glove. Alright, so that should have taken us from 13 to more like 15 or more. Guess it depends on how much fuel is coming through here. Oh right, the water down below might be a problem too. They're all on. I'm getting spikes into the 14? Where were we before? 12? Or is this... No, that's the full network. Yeah. Did I miss a message? Trying to complete everything? Perforated shoulder for the raid, if you're getting to that point. That's a possibility, yeah. Mez, I agree. Larger hitboxes would be great on the power stuff. So I think through all my messing around with the water downstairs, I've unhooked and we've lost at least half a floor. So I know that that one is only half going. No, is the... Which one? Oh, is this one? This one's only half lit. Oh, I might have... Oh, that's not the right one at all. I want to see the top floor. This is the one that's only half going. Yeah. And then I don't think the top floor is going at all. I'm teasing. I know you're concentrating. Well, that's good. Whoa, that is not a great spot to be dumped off. And these are... yeah, okay. So that's half going too. That's why we don't have a lot of powers, because we probably have low flow because we've been messing with the water, and the water is making less diluted fuel because we've changed the water intake. Okay. Well, that is something for me to mess with on my own later. But pretty good day. Pretty good day. We have a design for this that won't interrupt the outside. I think we've made a decision that this still feels kind of funny. I might mess around with that. Oh, that was a mistake. Yeah. So we've removed the little scaffolding bits from over here. And we've added in these big support things. And I think I like this other side better. No, it's both the same. The wing design is... I think we're going to go with the pillars. So the one on the right, I think. We went back and forth a lot on some raised details that I didn't like. But I think we're going to go with the pillars. I think it adds a lot of detail. They show up really bright white for some reason at certain times of day, which is weird. But other than that, I like them. And I like this size difference, and I like that support sort of design, this kind of angled thing here. I got rid of the weird scaffolding bit that was underneath there. And then we decided that this was too wide, or 2 foundations wide, and it was good enough. So it'll just be a matter of designing the bottom here. That's probably gonna have to get bigger. Oh, and we added in this chunk here and designed some stuff in there. So if I go over there and look, you'll see. I hate that the hover pack removes all of your momentum. The whole idea here is that I get up here faster. Oh yeah, we did the roof. We did an idea for the roof here too. So yeah, this is now got like a support piece underneath of it, connecting it to the main thing. This still feels like a giant cylinder that I don't like. I want to try to add some depth to it somehow, somewhere. I don't know how we're going to do that. You know, like removing a piece there and then having just having some sort of like recessed detail, breaking it up, I think will help. We'll see. And that could be just some like light. I don't know. We could do all kinds of stuff in there. But yes, this needs some holes punched in it so that it's not so boring. But overall, I like these sleek designs. We tried a new. I did this in between streams. I tried like a very pointy, aggressive-looking exhaust port, but I don't like it. So that's kind of where we are. There's still, I think, a question of the water. I think I need to finish the water stuff so I can stop messing with it. Yeah, simple in terms of depth, you know. And even that, like, if we look at that thing that I just did, like a very simple punch, like, you can't really see it because of the way that the perspective is, but if that had a light or a window or something like that, I think you'd be able to see it right away. And I think what I want to do is, because Megatron has got like details on his big arm cannon, I think if we think about this cylinder as like a vertical arm cannon and we start adding like either ribs along it or vertical like striations or something, any kind of like moment that we can add depth like this to that, I think will make a big difference. So we'll try to do that as best we can. And then it's hard to see from this angle, but we did try to add a plan for this roof here where we're going to add vents. And you can see there's 3 different vents, and those are just going to continue across. They might not be the width of the whole roof. I don't know if I'll start them there. I might start them more in the middle, so it's more of like a little bump. But we got the idea from this piece of concept art right here. There's these like overlapping bits. Looks like a caterpillar almost. So that's where we are. It was productive, but maybe a little bit slow on the production side. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. It's a big project, you know, and some days you're going to be going faster, some days you're going to be going slower. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, that's going to be it for me for today, folks. I need to go eat some dinner. Make sure that you check out the Spawn Chunks tomorrow. We're going to be talking hopefully a little bit about Minecraft Legends, as well as any Minecraft news, and answering email, that kind of good stuff. The Citadel Cafe, we're going to be talking about The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, episodes 4, 5, and 6, which was epic. So that's going to be fun to talk to Steven about that on Wednesday. And of course, you can expect more streams from me this week. I don't know if I'll be streaming every day. I do have a schedule of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I will be putting a vote in the Discord for the next Lego kit that I put together, so that's going to be fun. That's on Friday. I'll have the vote up before Friday, though, probably all week long. And yeah, check out Joel Duggan on social media, joelduggan.com. You can really find me anywhere with my name. It's very, very easy. Thanks for the support this weekend, for all the new subs, the resubs on the 1st of October. People have that renew date, and I really appreciate it. Some people that have been here for quite some time, and it's always great to see the regulars hanging around. Like you, Obu, and Cosmic, and Sandy, thank you ever so much for the lovely modding this weekend. Midnight or night, hi and bye. Sorry, you came in at the wrong time. We have a meme here that says that you're never late because you're a wizard, but unfortunately, Yeah, this one you missed. But VODs are on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube, and I try to keep that as up to date as I can. It's usually a day or two behind. But other than that, it's all good. Marcus, you're very welcome. Thank you for saying hi and hanging out. Appreciate the eyeballs. Appreciate the company. And I think we're going to pass you on to Perforated Soldier or somebody else on my list that's playing Satisfactory. Either way, more Satisfactory or at least more chill content coming your way in just a few minutes. So hang in there, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.